Hi everyone, welcome to Sober Healing. Today's an exciting day for me. I've been waiting to do this. This is the pasta cook-off for gluten-free. Okay, everything I have is gluten-free. There are 5 pastas. We're going to be going over several different things about each one of them. You're going to learn a lot of information. But first, a little bit about me and my history, okay? I started becoming gluten-free about 5 years ago. I had a severe problem. Now, number one, you all know that I'm in the recovery a year and almost 4 months of alcohol. Never did any kind of drugs or anything. Never was interested in any of that. But alcohol, we grew up with, and it was social and it was fun. So I took that on early in life, and I drank my whole life. So I know I'm doing really well, and people don't even realize that I drank, okay? Because I'm not interested in it anymore. I feel like God took that completely away from me, and so that I can get on my mission and try to help people with all the knowledge that I know and I have been doing really for almost 15 years now. Actually, I've been in the health food stores for like 25, but I've always been involved in this health stuff. So I can help you with the knowledge that I do know and that's worked for me, okay? So we're talking about gluten today, and that's my favorite subject, because it changed my life, just like quitting alcohol. So, okay, let's start with the fact that gluten causes inflammation. It causes all kinds of things in the body, okay? Now, granted, some people think that they're doing fine with it. Listen, not everybody needs to be gluten-free. If everybody thinks that they're doing okay with it and they don't realize or don't want to know or don't want to change, that's fine. Go talk to your doctor about it. I'm not a doctor. I'm just telling you all my experiences along the way that have healed everything. You guys, I've healed everything. I have had chronic back pain my whole life. And anybody who knows will tell you that. My allergies. I had allergies to everything. I couldn't even go over to my friend's house. She had 5 cats. I couldn't even go over there because of all the cats. I have no problem with any of this anymore. Pollen, all of it. No problems, okay? So God took all of the finals away from me when I finally got rid of the elephant in the room, and that was the alcohol. So what happened is I used to eat gluten regularly, just like everyone else, and I got constipation so bad. Gluten, let's get back to gluten. What is gluten? It's a protein. It's found in wheat and other grains. Now, they can use it as a binding agent. So the problem is they put it in things like condiments. Ice cream. I mean, who would have thought there's wheat in ice cream? But they do. They sneak it in there. Of course, your pastas, cereals, breads, baked goods, and all that, okay? Pizzas. That's all wheat. The things that don't have gluten, anything that you buy in the store that says gluten-free, I always turn it over anyway, because sometimes they're made in a facility that uses gluten. And they'll tell you that. Because even though it's not particular gluten-free, it may have little residues left over from whatever else has been made in that machine. Rice, potatoes, and beans. Those are the 3 ingredients that do not have gluten. So anything that says it's made with rice, potatoes, or beans, you're pretty much safe with. Prepared foods, processed foods, boxed foods, doesn't matter whether it's gluten-free, it naturally says gluten-free on it, right? Or if it says just non-gluten-free. Anything that's prepared, processed, or boxed, you know they're going to be adding a ton of other stuff in there. Ton of sodium, ton of sugars and salts and, fats. Who needs a bunch of extra fat on their body? I don't care what anybody says. If you're going to do fat, let's do a healthy fat, okay? Let's not do trans fats that are all in all these boxed mixes. Fat's good for your body. Avocados and good olive oil and coconut oils and things like that. That's all good for you. Now, people who have celiac disease or just gluten sensitivity, either one are going to have issues with the bloating, the stomach, the gastritis, all of that stuff, right? Oh, when I quit drinking, boy, did I have gastritis. Everybody was laughing at me for 2 months. It was coming out of my ears, the gas was everywhere. So I had to get through all that. I mean, it was really a nightmare those first 2 months. I didn't know if I was going to make it. So luckily, staying close to home, So you can run home and get in your bed. I put the covers over my head and cry, But at least I made it, okay? And I'm in a very successful, beautiful place in my life because of what I've been through, okay? It's nice to be able to talk about it and to help someone else. All right, so I made all these noodles for you guys. I have 5 different things of noodles. You know how long it's gonna take me to eat those? I may have to have a party. In fact, I think I might have a party and just have some people come over and try them. Because I'm not gonna be able to eat all that. Because my body has shifted now over all these years to loving my fruits, my yogurt, and my veggies. And seeds. And I go on a seed mix and stuff like that every day. I don't really eat this stuff anymore, except the 2 top choices. I do regularly eat those maybe once every couple of weeks. But I got a lot of noodles here. So anyway, I guess I'm going to have a little party. Okay, so you guys, listen. Thank you for listening. I know it's way too long, but it was important that you all get some information on gluten before we get started. So let's get started. Okay, guys, so don't forget, push the like, push the subscribe button so that you will get all the videos, because this year is going to be all about healing, okay? All right, okay, let's get started. These are going to be from the worst to the best choices out of the 5, okay, that I have found in taste and time and texture and everything, okay? The first one that we're going to discuss, which is the last choice, is the gluten-free regular spaghetti, okay? That's number 5. It comes in all the normal boxes that you find in the grocery store. It's the cheapest. By all means, if you have a lot of kids and you have to go gluten-free, this is a good choice, okay? Now, it does tell you that it's going to take about 9 to 11 minutes. I had to go 15, and I usually do because they're very thick like spaghetti. I'm not used to eating a lot of spaghetti. My choices are always thinner than this. But it's made out of corn and rice flour. Okay, not the best choices in life, but it's gluten-free, so there you go. All right? The next choice. Okay, these are made out of beans, lentil beans. Okay? This one is thick also for me. Okay, now I make these a little stiffer on purpose. Otherwise, I would have gone even longer than I did. And what I did was, it said 7 minutes. I went at least 2 minutes longer to begin with. Okay, but then what I do with these is I like to fry them on top of the stove. They do real well when they're with some veggies. And so I'm going to be recooking those later. Okay, but not a bad choice. It's got a robust flavor to it rather than this one. Okay, so the next one is number 3. This is called Korean sweet potato. And these noodles are made out of sweet potato starch. These are a lot of fun, all right? I have to say, see that? They're clear. They turn clear when you cook them, like glass. And they are really tasty. What I do with these is I put a little balsamic vinegar on there. Just enough so that they don't stick in the refrigerator. Okay, here comes our next choice. This is rice sticks. These are one of my favorite. Now, I can't eat a lot of these because it does say that even though they're gluten-free, they are made in a facility with gluten. So I have to be very careful with these, but I adore these. They're quick, they're light, and I love Chinese food. So there you go. All right, so that's that choice, and this is what they look like if you've never had them, and they're just, look how thick and beautiful. I mean, it's really, I enjoy these very much with vegetables, okay? Cooked vegetables. Okay. The last and best of all of them in my idea, now this is my choice, it's called edamame. Edamame. I had to look up how to say it because I always said it wrong. Okay, they're green noodles because these are made out of a soybean, green soybean. We have bean choices in here. We have sweet potato choices in here. We have rice and corn. And so, you got a lot of choices, but these I love. They're quick, they're very tasty without anything on them. These take the least amount of time along with the rice sticks, okay? These are very thin. This only took, I boiled this for 1 minute and then I left it on the stove for 2 more and of course strained it and there you go. All right. So those are all the choices, guys. I have to say, I still love all of them. The only one that I would not eat any of usually in my life is regular old spaghetti. To me, it's very boring when you have all these other wonderful choices out there. But if you're trying to feed a family, you got to do what you got to do, and that is still a great choice. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you got something out of it. Maybe you'll go and you'll give some of these a try. I think we're all wanting to be healthier. A lot of things happened to us over these past couple of years that were traumatic, and we're just trying to come back strong, right? So we want to attack some of these issues and do the best we can to get healthier, spiritually, physically, and emotionally. Okay, so chime in, make sure you subscribe and like so you can get some more videos on our healing. Okay, take it one step at a time, you guys, and don't forget to breathe.